Seattle's lively waterfront is a magnet for visitors and Seattleites alike. Yes, that's what the residents of Seattle call themselves, Seattleites. Seems to fit with the Space Needle theme. Here we find tempting seafood restaurants and harbor cruise opportunities on pier after pier. Elliott's Oyster House caught our attention, and we just had to sample its wares. We were not disappointed. As our attention turned to the pier next to ours, we decided it was a beautiful afternoon for a sightseeing cruise on Elliott Bay. Soon we were looking at a Carnival cruise ship that was slightly larger than the boat we were on. Cruise ships are a very familiar sight in Seattle, which is the top home port for Alaska cruises. Here's a bottom-up view of the Seattle Great Wheel, which is 175 feet high, comparable to a 17-story building. It's been around since 2012. Couldn't resist that one. Somewhat hidden here is Seattle's tallest building, the Columbia Center Tower. It has declared its 73rd floor the Skyview Observatory and offers visitors a 360-degree view of downtown, Puget Sound, the Olympic Mountains, and Mount Rainier. The one structure that never seems to hide is Seattle's iconic Space Needle. The city's growth rate has been impressive. Between 2010 and 2020, it grew by more than 21%, making Seattle one of the nation's fastest-growing large cities. We learned that we are visiting the northernmost major city in the United States, located just 100 miles south of the Canadian border. Now we're passing grain elevators that are here not because Seattle grows grain, but because it's a terminal for automated transfer of Midwestern farm products brought in by rail cars and trucks to ocean-going ships for export. Here's another example of Seattle's maritime industry. Ships undergoing maintenance in a floating dry dock on what is called Harbor Island. Vigor Industrial owns the Vigilant dry locks you see here. A couple of these vessels look like naval warships to me. But what do I know? Up ahead are container ships and the massive cranes that load and unload them. All are highly automated. The name of this vessel, Costco Boston, can be confusing. It's not Costco with a T like the retailer. COSCO without a T stands for China Ocean Shipping Company. Boston is just one of their more than 1,000 container ships. The Port of Seattle, when combined with the Port of Tacoma, ranks as the 5th largest container gateway in North America. That makes this Northwest Seaport Alliance among the top 50 globally by container volume. Very impressive. As we head back, we see a sports stadium off in the distance. T-Mobile Park is the home of the MLB Seattle Mariners. Next to it, we find Lumen Field, home of the NFL Seattle Seahawks. While Seattle is famous for rain, the city only gets about 37 inches a year. More light drizzle or mist than heavy downpours. We had enjoyed a beautiful afternoon cruise.